Tues-For-Thoughts, Season 1, Episode 2 up on y'all. So, today, we're going to be talking about physical versus emotional intimacy.
Whoa. What would you say?
That's right. Physical versus emotional intimacy. Don't act like you don't know. Don't act like you don't know what's up.
You already know what's up. We have a topic, physical and emotional intimacy. And I stand for physical. I feel that physical intimacy is very important in any type of relationship. Whereas
I feel like emotional is the primary thing that you need to have in order for a relationship to take off and be successful.
I mean, I do get that.
You want to start the debate now?
I mean, it's not a debate or, per se, but I'm just saying.
I mean, let's go.
I feel like...
How you going to defend your argument? I mean, where's the facts?
I mean, bring the facts, please. Bring the facts.
All right.
Bring the facts.
So, go ahead. Let's hear it.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet. This is what I think. This is what I believe is the truth. First of all, we have to go into emotional and what it really means. Emotional to me, it's about the mind. It's about feeding the mind in a relationship. Mm-hmm. That is through communication. That is through honor, integrity, praise. It's your words. It's more for me than action. I feel like it has everything to do with feed somebody's mind instead of their body. Okay? So I'm going to start with my first point here.
I really do get that. But, there's always a but. Go ahead, babe.
It's not but, it's and. Remember. Anyway, you don't let me get the first thing out. So, first, I feel that because a lot of people lack this in relationships, in their marriage, it's number one. It's important. And that is communication. Whoa. And I feel like because a lot of people don't have this in a relationship, it fails. So communication is you being open, which causes what? Vulnerability. So when you're vulnerable, you open to that person to... This guy over here thinking what you gonna counter say to that? Is you being vulnerable, allowing that person in, and now you feel comfortable enough to, open up to them. It keeps you both at a place of, y'all both have an open mind to, moving that relationship along or further,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, my next point, unless you want to talk about that?
I just wanted to reveal it all. We want to hear you talk. We want to hear about emotions, how important it is.
That is fine. I can do that. Foundation is built on trust. So if you don't have trust, you ain't got nothing. Okay? Seriously, a lot of people say, oh, I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. How are you walking around untrustworthy? I mean, how can you be like that? You have no trust for nobody? Not even your mama?
I don't trust you, but I'm here.
But you trust enough a person that if I close my eyes while I'm sleeping, this person ain't gonna do nothing to me. I trust you. I trust that you're gonna keep me safe, or you're gonna keep my best interest in mind at heart. You're gonna keep me first, in your life. It's like you prioritize that person, and they feel like they can trust you because once they open up and they're communicating with you, now they feel like they can share parts of themselves, maybe their struggles, maybe what flaws they have that they want to open up to you about. That's how that communication lead to that trust. You get what I'm saying? Praise God.
Amen.
Okay, and then after that, after you have trust, then there comes transparency. You see how this all correlates? So with transparency, that's when you are not only vulnerable, but you're able to put on that person maybe their flaws and say, you know what, you're struggling with this, but guess what? I have a flaw too. And then that opens that person up to being like, for real? And like you can connect on that level because it's like you both know what it was like to be have identity problems, or you both knew what it was like when you had that period in your life when you was depressed, or you know what it's like to go through things or to lose a parent and things like that. So you're able to now bring about the things that you both share in common, right? Really important. Amen. It also helps you not to be judgmental, and you're also very supportive of that other person and the way they feel.
Amen.
You see them for who they are and not what they have. Amen?
That's what you saw in me?
Something like it. Just kidding. Of course, babe. And then, of course, this is my counter argument against this guy. When you become physical, it urges you to lust after that person. It leaves you not only vulnerable, which I feel like they both can make you vulnerable, but this is a bad type of vulnerable in my opinion, because I feel like once you explore that sexual need or desire for one another, that person feels like they have that control over you. Like, well, you gave me this, so I don't have to respect you on that level no more. I don't have to open the door for you like I used to. I don't have to take you out to dinner and pay for the whole meal. I don't have to do all these things that maybe they were doing before they got what they needed to get from you. Now, I watched the video today, y'all. And it's this famous girl or whatever, Aaliyah J. I don't know if you heard of her. She's a makeup artist.
I know.
So her and her boyfriend, she's talking about their first time, their first date. So basically they had, intercourse on the first date.
What type of intercourse that is?
Intercourse, sex. And, she felt like she could trust him or whatever. She felt like she fell in love with him at first sight kind of thing. She felt vulnerable enough to, it kind of like, it wasn't planned, but it happened kind of thing. That's problems at the end of the day because, I try to be spiritual, y'all. I really do. So, my scripture for that is 1 Corinthians 7:9, because some of y'all always need, you need that backup. So here you go. Paul said, but if they can't control themselves, they should go ahead and marry. For it is better to marry than to burn with lust. You wanted to be physical with that person, but you know what? I feel like we're so quick. I said that to say about the Leah J thing, was that we're so quick to explore each other's physical and sexual desires and needs that we forget the importance of emotional. Really, if we put that emotional above the physical, then I feel like more relationships will last. They will have the ability to withstand everything because they have been able to communicate effectively with one another. And that's all I gotta say.
Amen to that.
That is all I gotta say.
Well, sister, God bless you for all the thoughts you had.
Amen.
And I think you had some good points. But I'm going to go ahead and, stand on what I believe.
What do you
physical
believe?
touch is very important in a relationship more than emotions. Emotions are good to have. But to me, I feel like without a physical touch, there is no emotions. One, just me saying that. All right, I'm gonna take you scientifically so you can really understand where I'm coming from with physical touch. So physical touch in any type of relationship, I'm gonna reveal that. If you have already read the book, 5 Languages of Love, there goes, according to the 5 languages of love, these are the 5 languages of love. Words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, physical touch in there. So let me explain what physical touch is. It's a form of language that is shared during love sharing moments, like victorious moments by giving hugs, rubbing shoulders or hands, kiss on the lips, forehead, and holding hands. Touches that are deemed appropriate. So when I say physical touch, I'm saying go ahead and go just give it up to somebody and have sex. That's not what physical touch is. Physical touch, first of all, releases oxytocin in the body. It releases oxytocin in the body, and oxytocin helps human beings connect to others and promote feel-good sensation that foster a sense of well-being and happiness.
Is lust.
And feel-good sensation doesn't have to be lust. It could just be a moment of happiness. You were glad that you saw a brother. You haven't seen someone in a long time, Intimacy don't have to be sexual. Intimate can be psychological. It could be emotional. It could be physical. So according to my physical understanding of intimacy, but sometimes giving somebody a warm hug can actually make them feel comfortable. When you do that, it really touches their emotions to feel that you care enough to protect, to love, to always be there. When I first met you, we already connected psychologically with our minds. Maybe we connected on a lot of things by physical touching you. Okay, physically, I didn't touch you inappropriately. I touched you appropriately. First time I met you, every time we met, it was a handshake, and then it moved on to a hug. Then maybe a kiss on the forehead, maybe one on the lip, maybe a neck. Then you have to take your time. And I definitely do understand. You gave a point when you were going. You said it urges people to lust. My question is, does it really lead to lust every time you physically touch somebody? No. Just like I gave you examples, it just gives people a sense of protection, a sense of love, to just know that you are there for them, And you also gave 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 9, saying, if y'all can't wait, this isn't a relationship, then go ahead and get married. Well, I got a question for y'all. So if we can't wait, should we go ahead and get married? No, you shouldn't. What? Just because you have an emotional feeling for somebody and you feel like
But he's talking about specifically if you can't control, not just...
I get that.
Like, control yourself. You know that you have these urges that you look at that person, you're like, man, I wish I can do this, that, and the third. If you can't have control over that,
your time is over. This is my time.
I know, I'm trying to clarify.
I get that. Does that mean y'all should get married? No. Sometimes you are talking about emotions and you're talking about how emotions are very important than physical touch. It's because the Bible saw that physical touch is very important and it urges people to a certain place they shouldn't be. That's why it said you should get married when you feel like you can't wait. To him, he said, I would rather wait. I would rather tell y'all not to even get indulged in those things.
He wasn't even dating. If he was dating, he wouldn't be saying that.
He was giving y'all this example that he said, I wish you wouldn't even get yourself into marriage because there's a lot of things that comes with it. But if you can't wait, then get married, because he saw the importance of a physical touch. What it does in the Bible. Protection is 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 12. It says, greet each other, brothers and sisters, with holy kisses. Holy kisses.
Give me a holy kiss.
And let me give you another quotation. Genesis chapter 33, verse 4. When you read, I want you to read the whole thing. This is about Esau and Jacob. When they actually came out of their mom's womb, Esau was the oldest, Jacob was the smallest. But Esau sold his birthright to his little brother. His little brother went to his dad and stole his blessings, ran away, go live somewhere else for a long time. When he was coming back, he was actually scared that his brother was going to kill him. But guess what? When Esau saw him, the first thing he did was he actually touched him. He embraced him. That actually gave him a sense that he's not scared no more. That means he's even going to protect him when he doesn't even have the protection. Guess what? He also gave him a land to live on. He did not speak to him before he touched him, which could have been emotional, but he actually touched him before he actually spoke to him. And when you go to Matthew chapter 8, verse 1 through 3. This is about Jesus and a man that had leprosy. When he saw Jesus, he wanted Jesus to heal him. Because he had so much faith, he just wanted to touch Jesus because he believed to him, if he touched him, that will actually heal him. And Jesus said, because you've had that faith in me to touch and be healed. He touched Jesus and he got healed. So you see what physical touch does to the human being? It actually tingles the emotions. This is why I think physical touch is very important. I touched on all of it. So baby girl,
baby boy,
what's your take?
Baby boy, these are both very important. But I was referring to more so relationships.
I get that.
Like from experience.
For yourself.
How hard it is to wait until marriage, to indulge in all of these things, to kiss, to be romantic. Because you want that person to feel like you love them on a deeper level.
True.
You want them to be like, man, I want to be able to show them how much, that I can love them by being physical.
True.
I just believe that you have to have some type of emotional attachment with people,
That is true.
regardless.
And also say, this video was not about how important physical touch is or how important emotional touch is. We both believe having these things in a relationship actually leads to a better relationship with each other. But at the same time, we need to take guard in whatever we do because there's consequences in all we do. Just like I give you examples of physical touch, how it makes you feel protected and it makes you feel loved. At the same time, it tingles the emotions of a person that could lead you to do certain things you're not ready for. So as a person, and as our experience being through this, what we'll say is, take your time, at least pray about the person. If you're a believer, if you're not, whatever you believe in works for you, Jesus is the way, brother, sister. But
I'm telling you, that's the only
pray
thing that can
about
help
it.
you through that.
Pray about it. Always pray about it. Be cautious of your surrounding, of always being in the same room together, or, you know, because the touch is very important, brother. Just like I said, as emotions are. You have emotional feelings for this person. You want to love them so much. How can you love them so much? This is what you're always thinking about your partner. How can I love you so much? Maybe you've given them everything emotional that you can give, but you feel the need that if we went a little bit further, it would be okay. But it's not worth it. Wait on God, pray about your thoughts, and let God lead you in all things. And remember, physical touch is important. Get emotional. Know about the person. Know about their mental state. Know about their spiritual state before you get into anything. God bless you for watching.
Jesus' name.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye, guys.
Peace.